Hello, good day and welcome. I will be answering NECO 2019 Biology Past Question 12. Organisms that produces their own food are called A. Autotrophs, B. Carnivores, C. Herbivores, D. Heterotrophs, and E. Omnivores. Now we're asked to pick an option which is described as animals or organisms that produce their own food. Now option A here says autotrophs. Now this word autotroph simply means what? Organisms. Autotrophs are organisms that produces their own food. That produces their own food. We call this organism what? Autotrophs, because they have the ability to produce their own food. And these organisms are actually what? They are plants. They are green plants. They are green plants. They use sunlight, water, and chlorophyll to produce their food through a process known as what? Photosynthesis. And that is why we say what? They are autotrophs, because they have the ability to produce their own food through a process known as photosynthesis. Now option B here says carnivores. Carnivores are simply organisms that feed on flesh or animals. Organisms that feed on flesh. Example is the lion, tigers, leopard, and the rest. Now option C says herbivores. Herbivores are organisms. Herbivores are organisms that feed on plant materials. They feed on plant materials. Example is the cattle, goats, sheep, and so on. Now the heterotrophs. Heterotrophs now are organisms. Heterotrophs are organisms that depends on the autotrophs, which are the plants. So they depend on the autotrophs, which are plants, for food. So therefore, the heterotrophs are organisms that cannot produce their own food. They depend on the autotrophs or the plants for their food. Now omnivores, which is option E, simply refers to organisms that feed on both plants and animals. Organisms that feed on both plants and animals. And a typical example of omnivores is human or man. So therefore, from this explanation that I've just given, you agree with me that the answer to this question is option A, autotrophs, because autotrophs are simply organisms that has the ability to produce their own food through a process known as photosynthesis. And I say these organisms are actually what? Green plants. So the answer to this question is option A, autotrophs. Thank you and God bless you, and subscribe to the channel for more videos and for more past questions.